Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They're halfway home, looking good, and a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now Jones. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is. Here on 3rd. Back to throw. Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 17 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
They go with Chubb on second down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. From the gun on third down, Jones. And that nearly intercepted. Forgetting room for his hands defensively. That's a play he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. And his kick here is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Up the middle they go. Burks. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Gardner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up fourth down now.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They begin this drive with Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On on 2nd and 9. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Up the middle, Ingram. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Ingram again. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Running right, this is Ingram. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They give to Ingram up the middle, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bonds. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going out wide, finds Chubb. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton.
It looks like, yes, it is. 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Looking to throw. Jones got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. These two teams all tied after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Back to throw. Jones. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game. So you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Coming left, it's Ingram. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff to Ingram. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Bonds. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence. Supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On first down, Bonds. And this is caught by Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 49 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Jones now throwing to start the drive. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw again. Escaping and a big loss here as he's taken down. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this down around the 47-yard line.
Tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Bonds. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's a give to the right. Ingram. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 14. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That's complete right around the 8. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun. Bonds. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jamar Chase, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use use it because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Now the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. And this throw incomplete. With a finger all over him that time, it's going to lead to third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Drops it off for Chubb. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, throw right side, caught by Ridley. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Forced out to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Looking to throw. Bonds firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
To try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Caught by Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Jones on 3rd and 2. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Bonds. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bonds. That is caught inside the 5. And the Panthers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Bonds. Touchdown! From 4 yards out. And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. But he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Lions offense set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones dumps this to his running back, Chubb. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones steps away to his left. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Bonds. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bonds. And that is incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's out to Chubb, complete.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now Jones off the bootleg. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
To throw on 2nd down. Bonds, he finds his man, complete. It's Watkins, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Burks. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly yet at the same time under control.
Jones now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Out to the right here to Wilson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth. Unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
And a 20th carry now for Ingram.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
On second down, Ingram. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Lions now.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Pushes him over. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6. Now second and 4. Throwing Jones. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now Jones.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on second down. Jones. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man, Slayton. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Here's Jones, throwing on 1st down. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Past the 20. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Now the try here for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. Jones. They set up the screen to Chubb. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Jones on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going for the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ingram again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Looking to throw. Bonds. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. Third time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now Jones on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Jones now on first and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. To throw again. Jones. Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. And this one is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Jones on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again, Jones. This one finds Wilson downfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Carolina, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the